Hey y'all, welcome back. This is Kay,
This is Trey.
and we are back to recap RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 8, Episode 8, title. This one is You're a Winner, Baby. So, this episode, last episode to me was a lot better. Not much going on this episode. One thing that at the end of the episode, we definitely going to dive into a lot more that got us both pissed off. I
hmm
can't even.
Along with the rest of the nation.
And along with everybody else. We are not the only ones, but we're gonna get into it. I'm just so disappointed. Like
Yeah.
if the fandom didn't hate her already, she's about to get it.
She
She
about to get
already
it.
been getting it. All right, so we start off in a workroom, of course, with a reading a mirror message from Kahana. Basically, say, I adore you all. I love this. This was a great experience. Love you forever. Blah, blah, blah. Lala's happy that she won her $10,000. She said she ain't got to eat bologna no more. She rich. And let me just point out this is the first of many times that Alexa said she will not forget this. And she is so happy that she was saved and she will remember this forever.
Mm.
Short
I
memory.
also want to notate, I'm sorry, just to share. So the Montrese dynasty, uh, they actually, so I just, I follow certain like people on Instagram and whatnot. Um, and they posted and said that they had the same track records. I was thinking like Coco Montrese had four bottoms in her first season and one
What?
win.
Oh
And
wow.
and then on her All Star season, she was early out. She was the first
Oh
one
yeah.
eliminated.
Yep.
And then Kahana was one of the first people eliminated from her original season. And then this
Uh,
All Star season, she had four bottoms
oh
and one
wow.
win. So I just thought that was funny, a little,
That is funny. It's like
trivia.
almost the opposite.
It's yeah, it's basically
Dang,
exactly the
that's crazy.
opposite.
Well, I hope no more Montreses get on Drag Race because they don't treat y'all right.
Okay.
But maybe we need one for a good redemption for the House of Montrese. Hopefully, we get a
Come on,
good
let's
one.
go.
You know,
Okay.
but no, didn't know that. That's good to know. But here we have the girls congratulating Lala on her win. I mean, I already know how you feel about her win. I definitely thought it was well deserved, about time. And if I'm not mistaken, this is her first win ever on Drag Race, right?
It is, yeah, her first ever win on Drag Race.
And then got sent home. Anyway,
Oh,
congratulations, Lala. She definitely deserved that win. So, of course, the girls picked the lipsticks. Everybody voted for Kahana, apparently except Candy. She-
Candy's so stupid.
so that's why they call it Candy Producer Muse.
Okay,
That you
let's
get a
go.
party started. So and now that I look at this dress up close, it is just like she recreated her look from the episode, their ball, the bag challenge to the
The book
ball.
bag. Look,
The
yeah,
book
I
bag.
see
Now
the
that I see
zippers
it up
now.
close, I see the
The
rhinestone
zipper.
zippers. And then
Yeah, I didn't
her
see
hair
that
is supposed to be
before.
like an elevated version of what she had before. But anyway. So Candy was like, no, Kahana voted for herself and I actually voted for you. And Alexa's so gullible and dumb. Like, oh my God, until she told her she was just like she was like, I switched up real quick. Okay.
So did.
So as the girls enter the workroom the next day, I was like, what the hell is Jimbo doing at first? When he started shaking, then I see the bologna starting to fall out. I'm like, that is so nasty. I'm like, I know you smell bad. Anyways, we get to RuPaul entering the workroom, and
And
let's
his
just
little lumberjill look.
okay, his lumberjack look with his Dolly Parton belt, country. I don't know what's going on. I don't mind it. I don't like the belt. with it. I think I would have liked the belt if the pants were like another color or something like that.
I
But
was gonna say the pants need to be a different color because
exactly.
he's giving Old Navy Jiggle
I
Jammy.
was just about to say. Okay. Got them for $5 on the
Oh, he
TOD.
got it for free. You remember he was
I
a
know.
spokeswoman, child.
That's
What year was
exactly
that?
what I'm
21. Yeah.
saying. Do you think the shoes go with the outfit though?
They're a little too bright because
Yeah.
they should have matched the belt buckle. In
There
my
you go.
opinion,
Exactly. Then it would definitely would have
it's
worked.
not a complete miss. It's a soft 8, but
Yeah, it's a soft 8. I'll give Rue that. But I was at first I was like, oh, what's going on here? So this is probably the first episode this season that I had to question both of her looks, the workroom and the runway, but we'll get there.
we'll get into that runway, honey.
Okay.
Child,
Mm,
they need to
so
fire whatever stylist they had this episode.
I'll tell
Sorry.
you. Look, maybe that's because maybe Raven was too busy doing the workroom walk. She didn't do her hair right. They had to get somebody else to
You're
do
so bad. You're petty. Oh my goodness.
but but RuPaul announces that this week will be a sewing challenge. So since Lala won the last episode, they basically get the pick from boxes of previous All Stars winners. So we have Kylie Sonique Love, Shea Coulee, Trinity the Tuck, Monet Exchange, and Trixie Mattel. So before I get into how these boxes was dispersed, which one would you have wanted?
Oh, that's a hard one. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like okay. See, okay, so I couldn't. This is a hard one because I would have to think about what I would be able to pull off, not necessarily
Uh-huh.
what I would like the best.
Exactly.
I would say I think I would have wanted Trinity the Tux because I know I could give you a good old nasty gown.
Uh-huh. You know she no go known for that.
And
Good
she
God.
wears a lot of like
Beautiful gown.
cooler tones. She
Exactly.
doesn't normally wear warm tones. She normally wear cool tones. So I feel like I could have pulled that off.
Exactly.
I could have pulled that off. So I would have picked her box probably. If not, I think I could pull off something that Monet would make.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But all the other ones, honey, no. I couldn't do it. I definitely couldn't pull off Shay, though I think Shay probably has some of the most beautiful fabric.
Yeah.
Trixie, you know how I feel about Trixie. And Kylie, you know how I feel about her too.
Uh-huh.
I mean I like her, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's just
Yeah.
she's not the T for me.
Yeah. I personally 100% would have chose Trixie. I'm just playing. But you know, Trixie, my girl. So, but I
Yeah, I
couldn't.
don't know
It would
why.
not have been me. It definitely would have been between Shea Coulee and Monet Exchange, but I think I would have went for Monet. I love the fabrics and stuff, even though we wouldn't have known if we were choosing. But I don't think you could have went wrong with either two.
Yeah, I
And I
agree.
love what Lala said because me, I mean, I'm close. I'm closer to Lala complexion, so I'll be like, yeah, it'll be like probably Shea Coulee, but I mean Monet Exchange too, because you know you
Yeah.
will have something good that really complements your skin tone. So, but anyways, so what we do see is Jessica. She gets Kylie Sonique. Lala took Shea Coulee. What's the girl name?
Trinity
Alexis
got
Michelle
Michelle.
got
Alexis
Trinity
Michelle.
the Tuck. Candace got Monet Exchange, and Jimbo got Trixie Mattel. I feel like Lala did them all a favor because in some way they all literally do match 100%
hmm
to what I
hmm
think. You know, what I'm saying everybody closest to as far as like the previous winner. So Lala did them well. So I was like, go ahead,
I
Lala.
just think she did herself a disservice
She
though.
she did.
She did because she took the hardest box in my opinion because Shay is known for turning a look and she's
Uh-huh.
known for turning a print. She's like it's just
Yep.
like the stuff that she's known for and I feel like she would have been better served as Monet
I
personally.
agree.
Now, if I was her, how I would have dispersed these boxes,
Uh-oh.
I just have to say, I would have gave Alexis Michelle Shea Coulee.
Uh-huh.
I would have
Oh.
I would have given Candy Muse Trixie Mattel. I would
Oh.
have given
That would have been good.
Jimbo Monet
Monet.
Exchange.
Yeah.
And I still would have gave Jessica Kylie
Kylie.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got to take Trinity. But
Yeah,
anywho,
exactly. No, that's good.
I
Imagine
would
if
have
Candy had Trixie.
child. What she do with
Or
that blood?
Gilbo had Monet. or Shades,
Or
whichever one.
Shay's would have she would have
That would have been
blood,
funny.
child.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been hilarious. I think I probably would have done the same thing.
I would look. It's a game, honey.
Exactly. Yeah, it ain't nobody about being nobody's best friends. Like everybody would have been getting sabotaged. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But anyways, that's why she was Miss Congeniality.
Yeah.
Next, we have Raven and Chanel coming to the workroom. They said Rue was busy with something. I don't know if you didn't notice, but I don't think Rue was in a workroom at the same time with them when he told them about the challenge because when I was getting screenshots, there were no pictures of them together. And I noticed that. And then this is
Oh,
also why Rue is not with the workroom. They say he had to go do like some Emmy stuff or something like that I've heard. But
that
he
makes
obviously
sense.
he's not here either too. But I just thought that's funny whenever they try to do that to make it seem like Rue's right there in front of them because that's happened before allegedly. But I think
Allegedly.
allegedly. All right, so we first start out with Jessica Wilde, and what did they say about Jessica? Just basically, she looked like she's gonna make like a samba type dress. You know, it's something that she always does. Do she feels like she needs to challenge herself a little bit more, do something a little bit unconventional? She said, "No, I would rather walk the runway comfortable and knowing that I feel good and I know what my aesthetic is, pretty much." So,
Yeah,
yeah, I
I ain't
mean,
mad at it.
I ain't mad at it either. They're like, okay, do your thing. But we did get a moment where Chanel was trying to tell her to do some kind of like snake type cobra type of thing. But Jessica was like, no, I prefer not to. And then next we have Alexis Michelle. And Alexis Michelle basically is talking about how her trajectory's been in a competition, how she was in the bottom the last time, but
Mm,
she's planning on turning that around. And then,
mm.
they kind of taught her, like, how do you feel about the girls keeping you? And she was like, I'm so happy that they did, because, I've been doing good. And they was like, well, that would have made me send you home. And Alexis was like, yeah, I kind of get it too, which obviously, especially after this episode, is what should have happened. I don't know how she slipped through that crack. I would have sent her ass home last episode. It's
The
not
thing was,
because
is
what
though,
I know about this episode, just because it just would have made sense.
yeah, no, I would have sent her home last episode because it was also her, like, it was also her second time being in the bottom, and she didn't have no wins.
Nope.
Like at least you know what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
she had been safe a lot in the competition. At least Kahana, like, though I mean, she still had one win under her belt. Yes, I know she had three bottoms, but I still would have kept Kahana over
I would have
uh
to. I
Alexis
mean, you
any
thinking about
day, even just
competition,
because of
please.
all the. I don't even been thinking about the competition. I was just thinking about my fucking sanity because
Yeah.
the way she was acting in the workroom. If I see her cry
Yeah.
one more time,
I know.
and I know she gonna cry next episode too.
Yeah, she gonna cry. Imagine when she gets sent home next episode, which is what
Oh
I'm
my gosh, it's
thinking.
gonna be like Pangina Hills times two.
Okay, exactly. The whole Untucked is gonna be about her leaving and giving speeches and crying. Like that's all it's gonna show. But yeah, they talked about that. She said she's gonna do a gown. No one's surprised. But at least she did a nice one. I'll give her that. Next, we have Candace Muse. They pretty much talked about how she's doing in the competition. Candy says, she hasn't been on the bottom yet. She definitely doesn't want to be on the bottom because she's pretty sure she'll probably go home. Then they talked about the outfit. Candy said she wanted to do a floor length gown. The only concern they basically had was would she have enough fabric to make it happen? She said she has backups. One thing to note, she definitely wanted to start off with long leather red gloves, which I am so happy she didn't do because that would not have looked good on that black dress. Being like how thin the black dress was, like it was like a thin gown, it was like a big gown, so it just looked so weird. But I'm glad she didn't do it.
That
But
wasn't a gown. It was a body contrast. That looked like something
yeah,
out of
that
Brittany. Oh,
wasn't a
I'm sorry. We're not
gown. I
covering
know,
that
right?
stuff.
Look,
Let me
we
calm
we
down.
gotta get there. Now we get to Miss Lala Ree. Lala Ree they talked about how she won the last episode, saying now she has to basically keep up that momentum. So Lala starts out with that beautiful fabric. I love that fabric. How she said she wanted to make a gown with it, and Lala was just kind of going crazy. Like, I want to do puff sleeves, I want to do slits, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, well, have you ever done a gown before? She's like, no, this would be my first gown. But, she's being ambitious. As we already know, that didn't happen. But, hey, at least the ambition was there.
At least she tried.
At least she tried. And last, we have Jimbo with Trixie Mattel's box. And Jimbo, the conversation was basically just centered around you better not get on the bottom because your ass going home if you do, which is true. We already know as soon as Jimbo hit the bottom, he's going home. Already got 3 wins. This week could have been a fourth win for him. Don't say nothing, save it. But we know that wasn't gonna happen. There's no way he was gonna get 4 wins. Has anybody ever had 4 wins in an All-Star season? I don't think so.
Jinx Monsoon.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, and Ben de la Crown. Yeah, that's right. I think Shangela. Oh, she only had 3. I can't remember. But that
Shangela
was
had a lot of
when it
winners
used to
too.
be 2 winners, 2 top
Yeah,
in All
yeah.
Stars. So, but yeah. But anyways, Jimbo said he wanted to do something Hulk couture. So, puff sleeves, big. So left us anxious on what she was gonna make. I knew Jimbo was gonna end up doing something. I mean, she's a costume designer. You know what I'm saying? So she's good with sewing. It's just taste level that you have to be careful with. But Jimbo's taste, obviously from her first season in Canada, has completely elevated. So it'll be going because I never seen that season. It'll be so funny going back to see that season now that I've seen like the upgraded Jimbo. I don't know how
Child, she was a mess, but you couldn't tell her nothing.
well, at least the confidence was there. Next, we have Jimbo. I don't know why I was about to call Alexis Jessica, but next we have Jimbo and Alexis basically forming an alliance and saying, hey, if I get in the top, I won't send you home. If you're in the top, you won't send me home. Done. Okay. Then we have Lala's first draft of her outfit, and she's like, no. Well, the thing was with Lala, she sewed it to her natural body and not with the pads in, so she couldn't go back and correct it. So she had to go to. This is actually her third dress. I think they said we don't know what the second one was. So she basically pivoted to this third dress, this sequence orange dress, which we'll see a little bit later on. But this obviously made us kind of start to worry about Lala and where
Yeah.
she might end up being. I mean, even looking at this dress, I was like, we'll get there. And then this was the last time that we got the reminder, the flashback, like, I got you. I'm never gonna forget it. If I'm in the top, Lala said it a lot of times this episode. Like, don't you forget. Alexis said it as well, and Lala made sure we heard it again before they got to the runway, which I don't blame.
Neither. And you know what? I knew. I think I actually text you in the middle of this. I knew, like, as soon as this episode started what was going to happen, and I already it was so hard to watch
Yeah, because
because
yeah,
I hadn't seen no spoilers or nothing when I watched this video,
yeah,
when
me
I
either.
watched this episode the first time, but I just knew what was going to happen because I know she a snake.
Yeah, that yes, that and also too how much they kept saying it, like we knew it wasn't gonna be that obvious. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, we already know, and they kept showing us like 18 times. So, to your point, and knowing what kind of snake she is, I agree. And watching some other reactions, it's so funny. Before a lot of people even seen it, they already said we already know how Alexis is. Alexis gonna send Lala home, and then bam, look what happened. Oops. Well, I mean, everybody know what the outcome is by now. Whew. Then we get to the runway, and what had happened? Not to Little Pound Cake, but to RuPaul.
I was about to say she looked like Little Pound Cake after RuPaul done tore her ass up.
I know. Okay.
This was a mess.
I know. Now I will say I don't mind the dress. The boobs look weird though, but
Mm-hmm.
the dress itself looks fine. But this wig, what
That wig was a
the hell
mess.
were you thinking? Yeah, this doesn't look good at all. Maybe like we said, Raven was off for the day or something, or whoever.
And before people get up in his comments, I know what she was going after. I know what kind of style this was supposed to be.
Exactly. Same
She did
here.
not deliver on what the assignment was.
Did not.
And that's all I got to say.
Yeah, same here. Next, we got your girl Michelle Visage in all white. She loves doing curls, doesn't she? She rarely has straight hair. And she loves doing updos too.
Oh,
Uh,
there's a jersey in her. She want that
yeah,
big
that's
hair.
true. Big hair. Yeah, but Michelle looks good in her all white.
But that's the best she's looked all season.
Exactly. Like RuPaul said, guess who's black, who's blouse in the house or back in a blouse or whatever she said. We got Ross Matthews wearing one of his blouses. And
Can we
then,
back up to
mhm,
Miss Ross Matthews? I just have a question.
what's that?
So, since when did Ross Matthews become a fashion icon? Because I'm confused because they had Carson Kressley on the show for challenges like this.
Yeah.
And Carson has been showing up in other challenges, not in the fashion challenges. I'm just confused. Have you noticed that?
I think you mentioned it the last time too, if I'm not mistaken, because was Carson not there for the ball either?
For the ball, yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah, I
wasn't there
remember
for the
you mentioning
ball.
that last time. I know that is crazy. No, he's not. Maybe it's just scheduling conflict, but you would think, right? Carson is supposed
Yeah.
to be the one there for the balls, not Ross Carr. He wears blouses and varsity jackets.
Now, now that he done got a little skinny,
Okay,
that's all he does.
showing
He
out.
used to wear a suit, okay?
Oh yeah, he did. You're right.
Hmm.
And then we have Brandon Boyd. I'll be honest, I did not know who this was. I had to Google who this was, but he's an artist. I'm like, okay, I didn't know.
I
Well,
didn't know either. I still didn't until you just
yeah,
said something.
American singer, songwriter, musician, author, and visual artist. But I
Oh, he
thought
looked
he
like.
was. Go ahead.
Also, he kind of looked like Steven Tyler.
Ah, he does a little bit, doesn't he? Like his son or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I thought it was.
that I could definitely see that. But I thought he was a decent guest. He was engaging. He made jokes. He wasn't dry like how some of these guest judges are. But no, I enjoy Brandon on the judges panel. I might have to try to check out some of his music. All right, so before we get started, we're gonna go ahead and get into eight or hate. The runway
Let's
category
go.
is your winner, baby. Up first, we have Candice Muse.
You will
I'm
not stop calling her Candy.
I don't know why I like Ken. You know, I give everybody some kind of
A nickname. I was gonna say Candy. Just know that that's a compliment if he give you a nickname.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly. Don't go off on me. So, Candy Muse.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I don't hate this look. I don't hate it. I don't
Yeah.
hate it. I do think it looks like an an elevated version of Monet from Monet's first season when
Mm,
they had the fashion look.
hmm
I don't hate it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's too simple. I
Yeah,
think the length is a little awkward.
it is.
And I don't like I if she was gonna give us simple, I wish she would have just went fully simple and just gave us a real low slit with
Yeah.
no construction around the breast. Just like almost just kind of
Mhm.
like just a strap that's just big enough to cover her nipples.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah,
And you
that
could
would look
see
a lot better.
cleavage. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that would have looked a lot better instead of covering up the whole boob. Like just a good thin strap all the way down, tied
Mhm.
around her neck, kind of maybe like a raw hem, and I feel like it would have been fine. It would have like curled up naturally a little bit,
Exactly. Yeah.
and then gave us this long slit. The
Mhm.
one thing I will say that I'm happy about is that she did give us a different silhouette than she's given us all season.
I agree with that. Definitely. So, what do you give it?
I'm gonna give it a soft hate.
Yeah. And that's what I was thinking as well. I'll give it a soft hate. Basically, all the points that you said. It just needed some tweaks here and there for it to be so simple. Again, the length not hitting the floor. It kind of almost looked like it's unintentionally asymmetrical at the bottom as you see the hem gets higher
Hmm.
to where the slit is, and it's a little bit lower. But yeah, just a few structure issues. It could have been because the pattern is there with the black patent leather. Like you didn't have to worry about that. You just needed to create a great silhouette, and she dropped the ball a little bit on that one. So I agree. It's a soft hate. Up next, we have the fashion designer herself, Jimbo. It almost looks scary with those pearls. Like it looked like something. Imagine at night you see something like this floating towards you. Like you'll run, child. But here's Jimbo. Let me go first. Where you go? I think it's a soft 8. I don't think it's bad. I definitely like the concept and ideal of it. I do like the um see-through mesh with the flowers. I do like the puff sleeves. It is a little bit questionable in the breast area. I wish it didn't seem like it was attached to that. I feel like this should have been more so of a jacket than incorporated into the dress. And there is an off balance with the face kini. I do wish it was cutouts to where you could see the mouth, you could see the eyes. And I would say I wish it did have some hair, but it did have the hoodie. I would prefer it not to have a hoodie and then having some type of like hair, big hair or something like that to balance it out. But overall, I mean, I don't think it's bad. I love the middle panel of the flowers on the back of it. I don't think it's that bad. So I give it a soft 8.
Well, I hate this look. I hate it.
Yeah.
I think I like the concept of the face kini, and I like the concept of her. I like the concept, right?
Yeah.
What I don't like is I don't like that the judges said that this was constructed well. You can see that it's bunched up in the wrong places. When she walks, it's ill fitting her crotch, which we've seen girls time and time again get
Nicole.
red for that.
Mhm.
James just got red for an ill fitting bodysuit a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago. And then on top of that, when she turns around, I don't know if you got any screenshots of the back of her head, but
No.
you can kind of see it
Yeah.
in this
But
picture on the left. You
uh-huh.
can see that there's like a little point on top of her head where that flower is. And then the face Kini is giving Scarlett O'Hara
Oh.
from when she was the Loch Ness monster.
Uh,
Um, I that's how it fits. It doesn't
yeah.
fit well. It's ill
Yeah.
fitting. And if she was gonna let me tell you, the one thing that I'll applaud her on is that I do like the concept. I do like it. It's a
Mhm.
Jimbo version of Trixie Mattel. I do like the concept, but this is also a horrible fabric choice. Like this does not look good. The way that it's bunched up around her boobs, the way that the jacket fits, the way that the puff sleeves are fitting. You can see every little nary detail in this fabric. She needed something more forgiving. I applaud
Yeah.
her on effort and I applaud her on the concept, but it didn't land. And I am struggling because I have really I have really enjoyed Jimbo's talent. Don't get me wrong. I really have. She's top contender for me to win this crown this season. And
Yeah.
I don't, Jimbo, I have felt some sort of kind of way about her other competitions and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But giving her just kind of a fresh, like, a fresh start, I think she's done very well this competition. She's done well in all the competitions she's done. I don't
Yes.
like her attitude, but
I mean, but this
this
season, her attitude hasn't been bad.
yeah, yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
her attitude is not really bad unless she's getting negative criticism, and we haven't really
Yeah.
seen her get any negative criticism this season,
Yeah. We
and
have.
that's what I don't like because
Yeah.
everybody, and this is where I have the issue.
Hmm.
So many girls have walked on this stage and got red for the
Yeah.
way that their stuff fits, regardless of whether it's a design challenge or not, and would have ended up in the bottom for this exact same outfit. But because it's Jimbo, they're giving her a pass. And I don't like that. That's not right.
It's
In my
production
opinion,
protection.
that's what it is. That's what it is. And see, but then that's also kind of a thing that makes me like step back and see, do I really like Jimbo or how do I really feel about Jimbo? Because if I was a competitor on this competition show,
Hmm.
I would be like Trinity the Top. I would want to win against the best, and I would want to be the best because I'm the
Yeah.
best, not
Hmm.
because I have some passes
Exactly.
from
Yeah.
production. I don't want to
Exactly.
do that. I
No.
don't want to win that way. I have integrity.
Come on.
This
Integrity.
is just this just isn't. I think that's what I know. I hate the outfit. I hate the construction. I get again. I love the concept.
Yeah.
I hate the construction, and I also hate that they said that the construction was well. Like it's, I mean, I'll be the first person for y'all get up in the comments and try to read me. No, I can't sell this bodysuit. And yes, she did a lot more than what I could have done. But at the end of the day, I mean, I could have made a fucked up looking outfit too.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're right.
So
I kind of wish the puff sleeves were the material of the bodysuit too.
yeah, well, it would have been a lot more forgiving. And I think
Yeah.
to your point, calling out the way that the jacket fits over the boobs, I
Hmm.
think that if it was just an open, like if it was just more simple, this would
Hmm.
have fit way better, and it would have turned out way better. Because then, if this jacket was way more simple, then she could have focused on the fit issues that she had, and she could have been a top.
Yeah. I mean,
She could
she
have been a
was.
top. Well, she could have won.
Yeah, she could have won exactly. So I gave it a soft 8, and you gave it a hate.
Yep.
Next, we have your girl Lala Ree in her tangerine and silver rhinestone gown.
The sun will come out
So let's talk about this.
tomorrow.
This is what we're gonna talk about first.
Uh,
What, Lala and your wigs? Like,
she's giving Velma or no, Daphne. Daphne wears the orange hair. She
yeah,
giving Daphne from
definitely.
Scooby Doo.
I see it. But it almost looks like it's not her wig because is it because I'm like, why won't you just pull it down, or is it that it doesn't fit? Like I don't even see her wearing this wig. To be
Maybe this
honest
is
with
just
you.
like a thing though, because this is how RuPaul's wigs be fitting sometimes.
Oh, don't get me started. But I'll let you go first.
Well, it's a soft hate for me
Yeah.
because I don't think that the construction is that horrible. Though I
No.
will say it's a stretchy fabric, but knowing her in the past, not that I'm trying to give her a pass or anything like that. The fact that she constructed a dress, and this is the third dress she constructed, I
Yeah.
don't think that it fits her body terribly.
No.
I'm with Michelle. Michelle called out the blue collar. The collar, it was a miss for me.
It
I
was a
think what
yeah, it
she could have
was.
done is if she took both sleeves off, made the she took both sleeves off, did not such a high cut on the
Hmm.
front, and did a drop back so that all the fabric would kind of be bunching and creating like I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say, but if she let the back out, basically,
Yeah. Oh, that would have been
this
so.
would have been a really
Oh,
elegant gown. I think,
yes, that would
again,
have
I
been
think she
so
had the
much
same
better.
problem as Jimbo in the fact that the execution just wasn't as strong as it needed to be. Though I will say, I don't see the bunching that I saw in
Jimbo.
Jimbo's outfit.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a soft hate too. Honestly, I think she should have incorporated the fabric that she originally had with this one. To be honest with you, could that? Well, let me stop because I'm making it sound like she's like an expert sewer. So never mind. But to your point, having like she should have had a deep V neck in the back,
Yeah,
showing all that back.
right
And I
almost down
would
to
have
her crap.
preferred it if she had both sleeves instead of no sleeves. Just get rid of that silver. And that's what I was thinking. Like she could have incorporated the other fabric as trim or like trim
Yeah,
along
she
like
wanted
the
something.
neck or like the wrist sleeves or whatever. Like and along the back with the V, something like that. Because with that other fabric, it was already busy. You only need some of it in, but it would have went so well with this orange sequence, I think. But
Yeah, no, I agree.
she definitely would have been in the bottom if she did that. But yeah, I mean, it's simple. It's not long enough. I hate the one sleeve, and I don't like the neck, the neck. But
For me, it wasn't the worst outfit
that is
though.
it was the worst outfit to me. It was tied for the worst outfit with Candy to me. Because it's pretty much like the same type of issues almost. But Lala is I don't Lala just looked cheap because of the silver. I think it made it
Yeah,
real cheap. So,
thank
so
you.
unfortunately, next we have Yo Girl Alexis Michelle.
You're petty because this is my girl. Everybody should know that by
And why
now.
was she making this weird smile this whole episode?
The whole
Like
episode.
I mean, not whole episode, but the whole runway. Like, I'm like, what is this smile? Like, it just
She's trying
seems
to give you
so.
pageant and fake.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm like, because it's like, are you intentionally giving a fake smile? Okay, I get it now. But it was so weird to me. It looks a little scary. Like, it's like a
She
villain.
does.
Well,
As
she
far as
is.
the look goes, I have to say that she ate.
Yes.
But next.
Okay. I agree. She ate good silhouette, cute train, makeup's good, good design. You did your thing. I'll give it to you. Next up, we have Jessica Wild, and I like this dress. I think she's literally right in the middle, third place to me.
Who was your second place?
Jimbo and Alexis
Oh,
was first. Well,
for
this
me, this
reminds
was a
me of an
second place.
old school House of Darion Beyonce dress,
Oh,
like how
okay.
Beyonce used to dress back. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? That's
yeah.
what it's giving me.
She
Like
was second place for me. I think all the other girls was in the bottom, but she was in second place for me. I think she gave a safe. This is a soft eight. Like
yeah,
I think it looks good. I like the silhouette. She did what she needed to do. I really like the top of the dress. I don't
me
necessarily like the
too.
skirt as much.
Exactly.
Um,
The top is so much better.
and I'm really tired of this damn wig. If I see her in this motherfucking
Yeah,
wig one more time,
he kills this wig.
um,
Did she wear
I
this in
think
the forensic episode too?
yes, and she's
Yeah,
running on the runway. She look a mess.
yeah.
But anyway,
Not
after I just said she had
I
a
know
soft ass
for real.
top. But anyways, I I don't know. I mean, I feel like it was okay.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was
No, it's a
okay.
soft eight for me too. Like it was it was right there on the line of tacky though. To me, it was almost right
And
there.
Jimbo's wasn't.
No, because those colors went together. To for me, what made this a little bit tacky is too much silver. Like I like the top part, but once you get to the mid and where it flows down on the bottom, I think it's misplaced. It like an afterthought almost.
Mm.
I don't know, but yeah, that's how I feel. All right, so that concludes the runways. And then, of course, we know our bottom two, Candy and Lala Ree. Next, we have Alexis Michelle. And I was like, why is she dressed like this? I'm like, this must be a country song or something coming up. But then we wait to see who our lip sync assassin is. And I say that loosely, assassin these
Okay, because she
days.
wasn't even an assassin in her first season. Like,
She
I don't even
was.
understand.
She lost the lip sync and won one lip sync, but she won against Dahlia Sand, who was just basically masturbating on stage.
Literally.
That's all she was doing, so she didn't have much to beat. But but one thing I will say, Nikki looked good though, didn't she?
Oh, she does. She does. She had a glow up, honey.
Yeah, she looked real good. I'm like, okay, host money. So
But
then
not host money.
okay. So then we
Right.
get to These Boots Were Made for Walking by Nancy Sinatra. Of
Mm.
course, I've heard this song or like clips of the song here and there, but actually listening to it like this actually really made me like the song. I'm like, I think I might download it. It's so
It's a good
slow.
song.
It's a good tempo. Like it goes up in the right places. But I don't think these girls did it justice in the lip sync.
I don't either, though. I will say I do think Alexis won this lip sync,
I
but
agree.
I don't think that she. I don't think anybody did. The thing is neither none of them are gonna be as class. Like she just doesn't even look classy. So like I
Yeah.
don't know. I think that as far as the look goes, though, Nikki looks way better than
Uh-huh.
Alexis.
I agree.
Alexis look a mess. She really what they say? Who said she looked like a BMW body made wrong?
Ooh, and she got all up in her feelings about that. Who said that?
Was
That
that
was I think it was who was it? Nina?
was that the girl? It was
No, it
Nina.
wasn't
It was
Nina.
Nina.
It
It
was
was
right.
Nina.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
Nina.
Nina.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Mhm.
child, she could not get over that. But you were throwing digs too. Who she talked about Shea Coulee teeth.
Uh-huh.
So it's like you throwing digs too at other people. So you
She
mad when
ain't. I
somebody
don't
call
like
you body
her.
made wrong? This
Yeah,
yeah.
she's a mess. And
She
then I don't
is,
know what this was.
but when they got to this part, I'm like they're both literally doing the same thing at the end of the song when it was going when it was going away. I was like, please don't
Trying to
let
gyrate across the stage.
exactly. But I do agree with you. I do feel like Alexis did when she did embody the spirit just a little bit more. When Nikki Doll was just pouncing and jumping up and down on stage to me.
Yeah.
So we get here. And if I would have known, but you look at Candy, like you could tell with Candy's demeanor that she thought she was going home. She was defeated when they were sitting down
She
watching the lip
was.
sync. Like she just already knew. Of course she knew because they've been saying it all episode that I got you, La La. I mean, she never specifically said she was never gonna send her home, but she just kept saying, "I'll never forget it. I'm so appreciative," things like that.
My
Anyway,
husband said when you looked at everybody's faces, you already knew what the outcome should have been.
yep.
And then she pulled this.
And pulled this.
She,
Exactly.
you know who she looked like? It's the contacts that do it. But she looked like Ursula, the sea
She
witch.
does. You ain't
It's
lying
the
though. She
contacts.
does. It is the context.
She
Them
wearing me out with
contests
these
make her look
contacts.
evil. Like I don't. I was like, even when I was doing the screenshots, I'm like, I don't know if I like these contacts on your Alexis.
Yeah, because she's a serpent and she looks like a serpent with those contacts.
Okay, come
Uh-huh.
on, serpent.
She is. Look at that. She looked like a snake.
And all I gotta say is grace is Lala. Lala is so gracious. One thing I did forget to say, I
Child.
like her shoulder pads though that she did in a dress. So she's going back to bootlegging and out her trunk, $5 DVDs. Oh, and of course she said it in her confessional, like she does regret not sending the bitch home, but it is what it is. And that's one thing I love about Lala is like she has such a great attitude and she is not a sore loser. Like
No, she's
a
not,
lot
because
of
I would have passed. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm
oh no, no,
sorry.
oh no, you good. I would say a lot of these drag race girls need to take note from her. Don't take this shit so seriously where
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's like deteriorating you. Like have fun, go in and do your best, and then that's it. That's it.
Child, no. No, when they go low, I go lower. Okay? No.
You go to hell.
Child, I can't. I would have been so mad. If I was Lala, I would have just looked at her and I would have just kept walking. Like, don't hug me. I would have been like Paramount. You don't love me.
Okay. Okay. Look, that's what I would have said. You don't love me.
Exactly.
Okay. Look, I wouldn't even look her. I would have hugged Candy and I would have walked straight off stage. Like, thank y'all. And act like she wasn't even right there. And hugged
Exactly.
everybody else and left.
I
I'm
would have
sorry.
ignored
Hey,
her.
that's one thing I'll say. My pettiness would have gotten the best of me. And there's no way after I did that for you and sending home a friend, you send me home? Nah. Mm-mm.
Oh, child.
I would have been as gracious as her, but I mean, I wouldn't have dragged her off the stage
Oh, I
to do
wouldn't
what
have
I
dragged
wanted
the
her to do.
bitch. I mean, I would have in a
Okay,
parking lot,
I know
but not
exactly.
on that stage, not when everybody watching.
Exactly. No, everybody's watching.
But I definitely would have been petty. I don't know how she wasn't. I mean, I understand it's a competition. I understand all the things. I think overall, in my opinion, and I mean, hear me out for just a second.
I'm
I
listening.
think out of all of the drag queens that are in this competition that are left, I think I would honestly go out a limb. I would go out on a limb and say that I think that from a natural talent perspective, Lala is probably the most talented out of all of these girls. She just doesn't have the money and the
Money.
resources
Yeah, exactly.
and that these other girls have and have been afforded. And I think that that's why she is the underdog. It's not because
Yeah,
she's the underdog because she's not talented or
exactly.
she doesn't have that natural talent, because she does. She's
She does.
so talented, and I think she does see it. But I just think that she just needs a little bit of direction and a little bit of
Yep,
money. To be honest, I think
she
that's really
does.
where it really kind of that's
Stunt.
where things get a little bit messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it does. And I agree 100%. Like, cause I watched. I think I watched like clips of like the best of episode. I mean, season 13, but I didn't watch it like from beginning to end or nothing like that. But this season really made me fall in love with her because I'll be honest, my image of her was always the bad look, and I was just like, oh, like she just reminds me of first season Monet kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and they both were congenial, funny thing. But that's what she gave. I'm like, okay, she like a Monet exchange, like okay, but I still didn't think of her as anything. You know what I mean? Like I don't know like I didn't know like her funny things or like memorable moments or nothing like that. So I just never thought about her like that. But this season definitely made me a La La Ree fan. So she did
Absolutely.
good. She did her thing. So that's pretty much the episode. We're down to our final four. Alexis Michelle, Jessica Wild, Candice Muse, and Jimbo the Drag Queen.
Oh shit! I forgot I want to say one more thing. I'm sorry.
No, you good?
Playing devil's advocate for Alexis, though I think what she did was real dirty and grimy. I think that she did it because she was playing the game, and the fact that we know that, well, we think we know, because I don't know what the producers about to pull out they had
I
to
know.
try to get Jimbo to win.
Uh-huh.
But we know that at the end of the day, one of the things that's coming is a lip sync for the crown. So
Yeah.
we think, I'm going to just keep
We
saying that because
think.
we don't know that that's going to happen. But I'm sure the girls think that as well, because that's what it's always been, is a lip sync for the crown. And the thing is, we know too that she is the lip sync assassin that's left in the group. No, none of them are as good of a lip syncer as Lala. Lala will beat all of them hands down. What do you think? I lost you.
My bad. I don't know how I was muted. Maybe I hit a button or something.
Oh, you did.
But no, I agree with you. Definitely agree with you. But what I find funny is, well, what I'm curious about is, are we gonna have a top three instead of top four? Because the next episode is a roast challenge. So does that mean somebody's going home and we're going to All Stars 5 where they all lip synced at the same time and then crown the winner?
Oh
Or
shit.
because you can't do a lip sync battle with a top three. So is this gonna be their way of protecting Jimbo for the win? I mean, even still, I
Oh.
mean, lip syncing gets all the because who's gonna be? Oh,
Who do you think's gonna struggle in the
I
road?
know.
I mean, I think
I think
Jimbo's gonna do
Alexis is gonna
fine.
struggle.
Did
I
she
think,
struggle in her season during the road?
yeah, I can remember she was painted all green. I think she was in the bottom, and they was like, "Why?"
Oh,
And
she was.
Tamar Brax is like, "Why is she green?" And then she got an attitude with Tamar. I'm just like, she didn't get attitude, but she's like, "Oh, you never watched the show, have you?" Or something like that. Tamar's like, "Oh." but, but yeah, I think Candy. What Candy did good doing her roast.
Candy won
Season
her
13.
challenge. I think
She
she
won.
won.
Oh, okay. So
I think so. She might not have won, but I know she did good because
she
she
did
said,
good.
and
Yeah, I'm
then
about to say.
who
I think I
died?
remember. Yeah, I was about to say. I do remember.
I'm pretty sure she won. If she
Yeah,
didn't win, she should have because she definitely has the most memorable performance in a roast. Jimbo, I don't know if Jimbo ever did a roast,
I
but
don't
I
know.
have a
I don't
feeling
think
Jimbo
so.
would be funny. He's a
Yeah, I haven't
writer.
found exactly. Jimbo's
I
gonna do
think
well.
Jessica will struggle.
She will struggle, and if she's funny, she's gonna be unintentionally funny.
Yeah.
I think Jessica might be like safe or bottom. I think Alexis and Jessica is probably gonna be on the bottom.
Well, I don't think I think the way that they're going to do this bottom, unless Jimbo doesn't win,
Oh
mark
yeah,
my
that's
word,
right.
is they're going to do if you're not in the top, you're in the
Yeah, you're in the
bottom.
bottom. Yeah, we are at that stage now.
Right? Well, we went past that
Oh,
stage
so
because come
Jimbo
on,
have to win, or else he's gone. So yeah, they're gonna. I mean, we know they're gonna protect Jimbo. Probably feed her a few jokes without nobody knowing. I'm just playing. But well, this is gonna be interesting. I
and
cannot
see,
wait
this is
until
exactly
next
why I
week.
would want to be like Trinity. I would want to win against the best because I would not want nobody having no. Because see, you
Yeah,
really, really like Jimbo, and I like Jimbo at this point, but neither of us believe that he's doing this all on his own at this point.
nah, he's not. I don't. He's not. It's he was protected at least 3 times this season, 2 or 3 times. I
Yeah,
think, and it is not fair. And I wish production would just let things happen organically. I mean, maybe whisper certain things to people ear, like in the workroom, like, "Oh, go, she said this. Go ask her about it." That's fine. That's all
yeah,
reality. But when you sabotage it to make other people win over other people, like, and this is why they have people walking out and stuff like this, because it's so known now and it's so obvious to not only the contestants but even the damn fans watching the show. It's like it's obvious what you guys are doing, and if you in there doing your best but you're not who production wants to push, I could feel how that's you get a defeatist attitude about that. I'll be pissed. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Because you spent all this money, you're doing all this work, and what
yeah.
is it for?
And you're preventing really talented people from truly shining who deserves it. I don't
Yeah,
care if that win doesn't go into storyline. It's what it is. But we'll
yep.
see. But anything else you want to share about episode 8? You're a winner, baby.
Nope, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got to. But I can't wait the next week episode. I am so curious who's going to be on the bottom, who's going to be funny, and who's going to be going home. I know, like many other fans, we have an idea on who we want, and for it to be Karma. But we will see. I know one
We'll
thing: she ain't
see.
going to be painted green again. But all right, you all, thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications so that you know every time we post a video. Until next time, holla.
Bye.